Hello YouTube, Ronan Kaza here, another video. But before that, a flashback.
Go over here.
Recently,
Meanwhile, my other teammates
I made a video where I met a player called Mateus.
City of Gold. I
I heard the gunshots, I think it's him, but he has a sniper rifle, so I'm like...
And unfortunately, he left my life. But today, he's back in my group, same legendary battle. I can't believe it's him. When I first got in the group with him, I was determined to get him to the end here so that we could do this. So I was really excited. I was like, this is going to be a great story. I met this guy online. I met this other player, helped him through the whole thing, and he got his exotic, and it's great. And we finished, and it's a nice, neat way to end a story. Unfortunately, you're about to see something different. So at this point, one person's dropped out of our Roosevelt Island Legendary group, and we're now taking on the final battle. We have a pretty good group. One player is relatively low, but Mateus and I are pretty well leveled. So we got good weapon damage. I'm in my maximum skill DPS, so my turret's putting out pretty decent damage, and I'm constantly throwing out a decoy. My decoy's upgraded to, like, I don't know if it's either 10 or 15 expertise. So with no dedicated healer, we're still doing pretty good. It feels like they've changed the end of this. Normally, the two copters would spawn immediately, and the mobs would kind of stay back until you were done with them. Now one spawns, and as you can see, we're getting mobs on both sides.
Vital signs critical.
And there's my turret. It's about 195. Then it goes up to 234 if I get everything rolling on it. If I got test subject and I got my status effect going. So we're putting out good damage on it. There's the first one down. That's relatively quick. Looks about 2.5 minutes maybe. I go down. Two of us going down. And now, how even better, Mateus saves the day. Or does he? Yep, he does. So I'm really happy now. I'm thinking this is going to make for a great story. Redemption. We were playing together, he disconnected, and now we're together and we're going to finish it out. And at this point, both the copters are down. So, as everyone knows, it's finished this. We're done. But wait a second. Where's Mateus going? Why aren't we establishing a secure point here and moving forward? What's he doing over there? What is he doing? We're so close to the end here. It's just, I can taste it. The exotic cash, I can smell it. We're really close. What? Mateus goes down. Our other teammate, not sure what to do, but he's a good player. We suppress over there, he sends a drone over there. I'm like, well, we can do it. There's two people down. One guy down. We can do it. Two of us can do it. We don't have copters or anything. All we got is the helicopter coming down here with like 3 or 4 guys, and then we got the Chunga, but that's easy. But My comrade in arms runs over there to res him. So I'm checking the player stat thing. He's almost revived, almost revived, almost revived. Stops reviving him. Oh, dang. We're so close. Oh, crap. He goes down. Can I reach him? Yep. Again, this is my newer build. Well, no, it's not my newer build. It's my old DPS build. So I do... Oh, crap. Here's the 3 guys that come down. Now the cats jumped in to hear the commentary on my end. And with that grenade and the 3 guys, I got bad news for everyone. I got bad news. Or do I? Am I going to save the day? Nope.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Death number 1. Okay, so all we have to do is a repeat of what we just did. But Mateus is a man possessed, a man on fire. He runs right out. We can't regroup. We can't do anything. No discussion of strategies. We're up and over. He's moving forward. Never good. Avao con Dios. And Mateus is down. Dog is going crazy in the background. So now, my son's calling me yes. Okay, thanks. So, as you can see, the next copter, we're making some headway on that. Decoy's about to run out. And down.
Serious trauma detected.
Second copter comes in. Less than ideal, but we still got this. And everyone's almost down. And we're all down. I guess this is death number 2. So at this point, I'm like, maybe he's trolling us. I know I'm not very popular on YouTube, but what if he saw the video and he's like, I'm going to get this guy back? That would be a little on my part, thinking that someone saw my video. I appreciate everyone. Went over 200 this week. So this is test number 3. He's out running like a jackrabbit. He's going out, and he's going out, and he's down. So now at this point, I'm like, man, he's trolling us, or is he? This is one of the things I said about being in those pugs, is you never know what's going on. So we're down, but he got back up, but I'm like, where is he going? And he's down way out there, no chance of getting him. So while I think I have the DPS with my decoy and the turret, my other teammate, we need a little bit more DPS. And he's a young, low-level guy, so I don't blame him. But here the people come around the sides. He goes down. I try to throw the decoy over there to give me a second breathe so I can get him up. Great, I can get him up. Then there's a guy over on this side. We got it covered. So at this point, we're barely hanging on. It'd be nice if we had a third or a fourth. And again, you can see the first copters, we put down 2, like in about 2.5 minutes. So we have the DPS, just even with the 3 of us. And those pesky mobs. And so this is one of those cases where we're not talking, but we should probably be focusing our fire on one. I'm going back and forth. And so when the skills go down, you can see it gets a little hairy for a second. And my turret's down. I'd like to put it either on the top of this box we're on, or there's a little post up here, a couple of pipes that are standing, 4 pipes are standing on top. I'd like to put it on that. This part's my fault because I don't have the other turret up.
An agent needs assistance. Vital signs critical.
And am I going to go down? No, I get my comrade back up. So now I have the turret up, but now my decoy's down. And that decoy is super effective on these copters. I didn't think of it the first time I ever made it from down here in the, and now I'm down. The first time I ever made it and fought from the containers, someone was throwing out the decoys. It was like, you know, great. Sorry about the dogs as usual. And we're doing it. At this point, I don't have any more healing kits. Every time we die, I get 2 back, but not the full complement of 4. So everything's just a little bit harder. So I get my comrade up again, but you can see you guys sneaking around the right. And we're taking too long to get both the copters down, and that's kind of what the problem is. With one damage, maybe we could do it, but if we can't do it, and we're getting onslaught from the guys on the side. We're constantly getting pushed. And now we're just getting new. And congratulations, everyone. That's death 3. Now we're asking the group leader, can you get someone in? And we talk about it. I think you're going to see the chat window come up here in a second. And we're like, so we pause for a second. And we're talking about it, I think, here in chat. But Mateus just runs out again like a madman. So at this point, I can't tell. And here's the problem. Now we're not going at the same time, so some of us are getting teleported. He's not staying there. Now he's decided to stay here. But, right, the enemy's had a full 11 seconds to engage us before we can get all of our stuff up. I'm putting my turret where I want to put it. Now I got to get the decoy out. And we already have a person down, so he's burnt his hive. And so I'm like, okay, maybe we're going to make it now. Maybe we're going to come back. Still could be a comeback story. Should I show all these deaths? Or should I just tell the nice story of Mateus? Should I tell, you know, like, dude, are you trolling? Oh, gosh. And teammate goes down. And he throws out his decoy, but you'll see his decoy last a second because he's a weapon guy. So I got to get my decoy out. Burns his thing. I go down. And this 4th death is brutal. So they get me back up. I get that out, but now I got to get my turret. We're just out of sync at this point, and that didn't help. All right, got it up there. Maybe we got this. Making some headway on that. Okay. All right, we got it under control. We got it. What? I get smoked. And they get obliterated. And we wipe it again for death 4. Oh, gosh. So, now at this point, I think we asked group leader to, please, let's get some help. We need a 4th. And this is a change. Maybe it's not a change, but sometimes you can't add someone. If you go to a new area, you can add someone. And it used to be all the way in the back. In a boss fight, you couldn't add people. I don't know if we can't add someone because they didn't disconnect in the middle of this. And we had it going. But for some reason, he can't get it going. And typical what managers do to subordinates, not saying I'm the manager of this guy, but they say, let me try it. Senior people say, let me try it. So I ask him to send it to me. He's eventually going to make me the leader. And we're going to fix this. I'm going to make sure we get another person. And I'm going to make sure Mateus gets this exotic cache. So now, burning red makes me the group leader, and now I'm going to fix this. So I go in there. I'm kind of flustered. That's not the right menu. I try to put it on. Oh no, that's not. I know I don't want that screen. Let me left click on matchmaking, and it doesn't do anything. I go, okay, let me click on that, and I go, well, let me just try it. And instead of adding anyone, I restart the mission. And I can't believe it. I took this part, I didn't take it out, but I hid the chat. I'm cussing. Maybe I'm just making the characters for cussing, but I can't believe I did this. I'm just shocked. And look at Mateus looking at me. I appreciate you guys watching. I can't believe, yep, I turn on matchmaking and look at Mateus. He disconnects.